Hello everyone and welcome to the B&B Motorsports channel. My name is Braylon and today I get to review a 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS 4-liter. I am so excited for this episode. Before we begin, a huge shout out to the owners David and Carrie.
In 2016, the Boxster's marketing name was changed to 718. This was an intentional move by Porsche to prompt memories of the Porsche 718 Formula race cars, which won the Targa Florio in 1959 and 1960. Porsche hoped to find success with the 718 by combining historical significance with modern technology. While the base model Boxster's flat-4 engine fell short of customer expectations and drew criticism from some audiences, the GTS 4-liter variants of the Boxster and Cayman were generally met with approval.
Okay, let's take a look at this 4-liter flat-6 engine. Just kidding, that's actually a mid-engine car, so I can't show that to you. But while we're here, take a look at the front. This front trunk holds 5.3 cubic feet of space. In the back, you have 4.4 cubic feet of space. You could definitely fit some luggage in there.
As the name suggests, this Boxster is equipped with a 4-liter naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. Performance outputs are 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, 394 horsepower, and 317 pound-foot of torque. These numbers can vary depending upon which transmission the car has. Instead of the 6-speed manual, this GTS 4-liter has the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. The 7-speed PDK allows the driver to choose between the automatic and manual mode.
This GTS comes with the 20-inch satin black rims. These tires have the N designation. This is a special marker by Porsche. They have run these N designated tires through a series of tests for performance, braking, handling, safety features. So just so you know, if you do decide to get a Porsche GTS 4-liter, you cannot just go into your local tire shop. You will need to get these special approved Michelin tires, and Porsche has partnered with Michelin for over 20 years. The tailpipe is separated by the rear fascia, which is unique for the GTS 4-liter models. In the Style Edition and S models, the twin tailpipe is centrally located. Here I have the rear wing extended. It automatically extends at 78 miles per hour, but I think it looks cool this way, so I have it up right now. And the front fascia is also unique to the GTS 4-liter, and I think it looks a lot cleaner.
There is a 718 model to fit the needs of any customer. For those looking for a coupe, they can choose between the Cayman, Cayman Style Edition, Cayman S, and Cayman GTS 4-liter. For those looking for an open-air car, the cabriolet options include the Boxster, Boxster Style Edition, Boxster S, and Boxster GTS 4-liter. The GTS 4-liter's interior quality is higher than other 718 models. While other 718s have optional additions, the GTS 4-liter enjoys top-tier quality as its standard. The Sport Seats Plus feature firmer padding and support, and the seat centers are in race text. The GT Sport steering wheel is smaller than other model sport steering wheels. The Sport Chrono package is standard on the GTS 4-liters and include the stopwatch on the dash. The Sport Chrono package adapts gear shifts in congruence with the selected driving mode. The 4 modes include Normal, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. Sport Plus also boasts the launch control feature. Before we get started, let's look here at the control panel. Over here, this is your ignition key. This is how you start it. Now, it is on the left, you may notice. The owner actually told me an interesting story about this. It was in the racing days. That way the drivers could jump in the car, start it, and get going because, of course, the racing cars are sticks. I'm going to look into that story because I don't know enough about it to tell you guys, but I will get back to you on that because I think it is so fascinating. Of course, we have our paddle shifts here. Other things of note, of course, we've got our radio. I honestly haven't had time to play around with it because I've been too excited to learn more about this car and to just get in and drive for you guys. Here's how you lift up the top and put the top back down. And then over here, this is how you change the different modes. So Sport, Sport Plus, and then this, I did not get a chance to try this out, but this button is for temporary speed to give you that extra little oomph. Let's say you wanted to pass a car, something like that. That will really help you with that RPM range. Let's check out the key. If you'll notice, Porsche does this fun little thing where they make their keys look like the cars that they belong to.
So here we have the unlock and the lock buttons, and then we also have the release for that front trunk and the back trunk space. All right, let's go for a drive. Well, I can tell you guys right off the bat here, this car is a fantastic cruiser. We've just been driving around here, piddling around these Kansas back roads, and it's been a lot of fun just to weave back and forth between some of those roads and up and down those hills. It's been great. We haven't pushed it too far yet with the performance. We'll get there, don't worry. But for now, I'm just really enjoying the ride. So this brings me back to 2 years ago when I was able to drive a 911 Turbo S. That car was so much fun, and ever since then I have been dying to drive another Porsche, and I am so grateful to David and Carrie for allowing me to borrow the ride for the day. Thank you so much. All right, now let's check out the performance aspect of this car. I've been waiting on this the whole time. I know you guys have too. So without further ado, let's get going. Okay guys, I know I said that I loved cruising it and it was fun to just piddle around, but it is going to be really hard to follow the rules of the road here because that was so much fun. I just want to keep stopping and going over and over and over again. All right, let's do a little bit of a rolling start here. We're at about 30 right now. Let's run these paddles through again. This Porsche is so responsive. Now, I know Porsche, responsive, efficient, those are all synonyms for the most part, but again, as somebody who doesn't have the opportunity to drive a Porsche every single day, I am just amazed by how fantastic this car is. This has been a super fun video for me to film, not only because I've gotten to drive a Porsche, but because I've gotten to learn the nitty-gritty details between the various models and performance packages that Porsche puts out. Like we talked about earlier, the difference between the Cayman and the Boxster. Some of these differences I had no idea, especially with this GTS 4-liter. I didn't know the nuances to this car and just how unique it is, so it has been a ton of fun to actually get to learn a little more and expand my knowledge. So one of my favorite things about this car is just its handling. It is smooth like butter. It's so pleasant to drive, whether I'm pushing it, whether I'm just relaxing. I love it, and you guys see the cars I drive on my channel, you see what I drive personally, so I'm used to a certain level of a performance driver. However, this is just a cut above. Again, we'd probably expect this from Porsche, but as somebody who does not get to drive a Porsche every day, this is pretty unique for me, and I just have to compliment that and set that apart from a lot of the things I have driven in the past. So as you can see now, we have the top up. We did most of our driving with the top down, but I just wanted to test it out and see how much of a difference there was. You still get that nice exhaust sound, and my vision isn't as limited as I thought it would be. Honestly, I wasn't sure how it would be with this top up, but it's really not bad, so I'm still pleasantly happy with this ride. Again, I'm more of a top-down kind of girl, but just because it's a rainy day or maybe you don't want your hair all messed up on the way to work doesn't mean you have to sacrifice the fun in this car. That was so much fun. Let's head back for the final review.
My favorite things about this GTS 4-liter include its smooth steering, its easy ability to switch between driving modes such as sport, normal, etc., and its gorgeous, comfortable interior. If I got to drive the car again, I would love to try out the Sport Response button, which was that red button in the center of the driving modes that gives you that extra oomph of horsepower, as well as try out launch control. There was a lot more left in the car. Those 394 horses don't even come into play until 7,000 RPM, but I did not push the car as hard as I possibly could have because I want to be respectful of the owners. I'm not going to overdo it on somebody else's car because I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to review it and drive it as is. I did promise you I would do some research on why Porsche has a left ignition.
This dates back to the Le Mans races when the drivers would start out of their car and the cars would be lined up against the wall. When the start flag waved, the drivers would sprint to their cars and then get in and start driving. Well, Porsche discovered that having the ignition on the left side so that the driver could put the car in gear with their right hand was actually a little bit faster. So this is why Porsche has left side ignition. I had no idea, so thanks to the owner for letting me know this extra piece of history. I really enjoyed researching that. I hope you all liked the video. I really could not do this without your support, and so I appreciate each and every single one of you. I will see you all on the next Motorsports Monday.